Εξομολογήστε το Κύριο διαγραφός, αλληλούια, ότι στον αιώνα το έλεος αυτού, αλληλούια.
Either, if you don't, no, I don't want to be filmed if you don't mind.
Well, you don't have to. It's just,
Yeah, okay, no, well, you can film him, but...
yeah, just leave me out.
Okay, so when you say, for example, now that the person, so it's like one of two things I'm thinking now.
Yep.
Either the person in the Trinity has an essence that's different than the essence of the divine, or
Yeah, so this
they don't
is
have an essence at all.
well, this is not how we understand moderate realism.
No, but that's what I'm asking you.
Yes, so I'm going to explain. Then I'm also going to explain how you don't hold this position as a
No,
Muslim.
I want to know what you
Yeah,
believe
I'm going to do
first.
two things.
No, I want to know what you
Yeah,
believe
okay,
first.
that's what I'm going to do first. Talk about what I believe. Then I'm going to show that you don't hold to universals actually existing in Islam.
Okay.
So point one, we believe that the three hypostases in hypostasize the one divine essence. We do not hold the divine essence and the three hypostases as particulars and universals.
What does that mean?
Yeah, so it being substantiated or repeatable.
What does that mean?
So, like for example,
I mean, I'll tell you what. You know what? There was a scientist. I can't remember his name now.
Yeah.
He said, if you want to test that someone knows something, they should be able to explain it to a fifth grader. In other words, they should be able to do a dummy version. Do a dummy version for
or
me.
no, rather, the subject matter to which you're dealing with is of a
Okay,
high
right.
caliber.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So you're saying you can't? In other words, you're saying, for example, you can't explain it to a child.
Yeah, I would say that you can't explain the Trinity successfully
To a child.
to a child. But what I mean by this,
To what extent, though?
so for
To what age
example,
group would you say? Give us
for
objective
example,
criteria for this.
I could analogorize the Trinity in its understanding of three and one. I can't explain our mode of
The
counting.
details.
Hold on, I can't explain
The
our
details.
mode of counting to a toddler because I'd be using a vocabulary to which a toddler is not familiar with.
So at what age?
And are you a toddler?
At what point? At
Are you a
what
toddler?
age? No, it doesn't matter about me. But this is
Well, are you a
hypothetical-
learned
this is
man of the
hypothetical
faith?
question.
Yes.
It's a hypothetical question that we're putting to you.
Yes.
We're trying to determine what's the objective criteria for when language now becomes operable for you being able to explain the Trinity.
Yes.
Well, I would
Objective
say
criteria.
that rather than possessing an understanding of the language, I would prefer that a person of the faith be spiritually engaged with the substance of the faith to which it promotes.
So in other words-
so for example,
You're
a lot
telling us
of
to put the cart
are you
before the
letting me
horse?
speak? Are you letting me speak? So, for example,
No, but I do like to interrupt if I don't
okay,
understand
I'm gonna let.
If I- no, if
are
I
you
don't
gonna let me
understand-
speak?
No, I
Are
will.
you- If
I
you
will.
if you interrupt me again, I'm
No,
gonna
no,
speak over you.
no,
So
no,
let me
no,
speak.
no,
And then we're
no
going to
problem.
do the same, and then it's going to turn into a monologue.
Well, then that's
and then
why-
we're going to walk away.
So that's
Exactly.
So it's going to be your
when
loss.
you pose
because
me a
we know
question-
that you need us. We don't need you.
Okay, so
you came to
he
us.
came
You
up
didn't
to
come
me.
us.
He came up to me.
You know why?
He
Because you
asked
came to
me.
him.
No, because
you
we
came
wanted
to
to
I was
distract
looking at
you.
the discussion.
Look, we'll be absolutely honest with you. He came to distract you. So
Okay.
now let's go
Oh,
from
so
there.
you've
Let's go
admitted
from
that
there.
you're not sincere and you just wanted a distraction.
What's distraction got to do with sincerity?
What are you talking about?
Okay,
I
so-
knew you were going to distract him, so I
What
distracted you.
No, I just wanted to have a discussion.
No, you didn't.
Now, do you want me
No,
to
you
respond?
didn't.
Do you want me to respond
Don't want you to respond to what?
to what you said?
What was that I said?
What age can I engage with a high caliber
Yes.
vocabulary? Beautiful. Now, as a Eastern Orthodox Christian, I affirm that my religion is spiritual and not logical. And what I mean by this is, although logic, we can give a logical account of what the Trinity is. Persons of our faith should be spiritually engaged with the concept of three being in
Okay,
one.
so there's a-
Hold
so-
on,
so-
let me
so
me
there's-
speak.
okay,
Let me expand.
Right.
So what I mean by this, for example, let's take a toddler. I can get them to have an understanding of how three can be in one. Take a marriage, two persons in a marriage,
about an 8-year-old?
but numerically one marriage.
Okay, toddler, I'll give you that. Let's say Arguendo. Arguendo, I agree with you.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go with a 5-year-old.
Yes, I would give the analogy of a marriage.
Okay.
Because
so-
a marriage
okay, so-
is
so-
an
okay,
understanding
let
of
me-
one marriage
okay,
and two persons.
Let me detail what I mean.
Yes.
When you're speaking about hypostases and you're speaking about essences and particulars and so on and so forth.
Yes.
Are these essential to understand what the Trinity is?
To actually be able to explain in polemics.
So is that yes or no?
So for example,
Is that a yes or a no?
I'm going to give you an example.
Is that a yes or no to my question?
Okay, because you've actually asked a very broadsheet question. So allow me to explain.
Yeah, no.
Allow me
no,
to
no,
explain.
wait.
Allow
Is
me
that
to
a yes
explain.
or no? No, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Let's have a
How about we have a
No,
time
no,
discussion?
No.
How about we have a
No,
time
no, no,
discussion?
no.
How about we have a
No,
time
no,
discussion?
let's agree on this. Give me a yes or no, then explain.
Okay, so if I say yes or no, you're not going to immediately jump on me and I'm going to be
No.
allowed to explain. So I'm going to be allowed to explain once I give a yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, so
Is it yes or no though?
Okay, so to understand particulars and universals.
Let's
You
try
do
that
not
one more
need
time.
it.
Let's
You
try
I'm trying to put it
you
on
do
the
not
go.
need
I'm
it.
trying to put
Maybe
it
you
on
don't
the
understand
go.
the language.
You
that
do
he's-
not.
I'm trying to get
You
it.
do not. Hold on.
Give me yes or no, and then
Okay.
explain. That's what I said. That's what I thought we agreed.
Okay. No.
Sorry?
You do not
So now
need.
who's being insincere? He said he's
Okay.
going to
I said
answer
no.
your question
I said
with a
no.
yes or no,
Let
and
me
then
explain.
Okay, no problem.
Let me
He said
explain.
no, he said no.
Let me explain.
yes.
So, understanding of the Trinity for a child, for example, wouldn't surpass three being in one. But explaining how three can be in one would be of a learned man who does polemics and apologetics. Yes, that was your question.
Was it?
Furthermore, let's bring this onto your paradigm and demonstrate how it poses an issue. You say that Allah's attributes are not Him and not other than Him.
Who are you
No,
speaking to?
I'm speaking to you because you were interrupting me and you were having two discussions. So, furthermore, their understanding of Allah would require someone of a learned faith. Yeah, have a good day. So, very simply, he ran away from the original discussion, how three can be in one, and instead strawmanned and committed a red herring. Okay, the floor is all mine. And I'll have my discussion. Bye-bye, wave to the camera. Yes, so very simply, the discussion began when he came up to me, not I coming up to him, and he said to me what God I believed in. I said I believe in a triune God, which is three in one. I explained how three can be in one, to which he red herringed the conversation and said, well, the vocabulary you're using is quite high vocabulary, so why would a child not understand this? To which I would say, Allah is very difficult to explain. And it would take a very learned man in their faith to explain Allah, just as much as a toddler would only possess the understanding of three being in one, not being able to explain how three can be in one by using the language of our respected church fathers. So God bless, I'm going to go around the park. New day, me.
Equality, men and women. Look, can I ask you a question? How many of the apostles were women?
Please. It's true.
How many of the apostles were women?
None.
None. There you go. There you go. Your unchristian friend here is saying, my friend.
No,
Equity.
you're paraphrasing.
Yeah, so
And
equity.
also,
There's
this
a-
guy does it all the time.
Don't worry about equity.
What he does, he looks to Muslims.
There's
so
a
pro-
distinction.
He looks.
There
Sorry.
is a- don't push me. There is a- no,
So this
you
guy
can
looks.
move- you can move
No,
over,
so
but
this
I'm
guy
gonna
this
stay-
guy looks to
I'm gonna
Muslims,
stay over.
and what he does,
Yes.
he basically tries to convert them or give them Christian
Okay,
dawah or this and
like
that.
all
you
the
know.
like all the Dawah stand apart.
yes,
Like all the
yes,
Dawah stand apart.
yes.
Like all the Dawah stand
What? Do you want to go out
apart.
with me? Do you want to date?
Huh?
Do you want to date?
Oh no, but you want to have a date with
No,
these
do you
ladies?
want to date?
You want to lust
Do you
over
want
her?
to date?
Okay.
No. Why is he speaking to them and I can't speak to them?
Oh,
the
I'm
reality
speaking
is,
to you.
the reality is, I'm not gay, so I don't want to date
That's
with
a
you.
shame.
Is it a shame?
Yeah,
Why is it
that's
a shame?
I don't know, man.
I
Okay.
thought homosexuality was a sin in Christianity.
So, yeah, do you know
Is
what sarcasm
it a
is?
sin?
As long as he's a spiritual, remember? It's
Yes,
about spirituality.
exactly.
Spirituality comes
Yes.
before the logic.
Yes.
No,
So it doesn't-
I
so in other
said.
words, I need to become a Christian in order to verify.
I
the truth of
said,
Christianity.
exactly.
I
Yes,
said
yes,
that
remember.
my religion gives no logical account of the Trinity. Right, so that just be dishonest intentionally.
I would follow Muslims around all the time.
I really don't. Yeah, I really don't.
Get yourself a real job. Don't rely upon Instagram to give you money.
I don't get paid off social media.
Listen, you don't have the
I wish I got paid. Why do all the Dawah guys accuse me of getting paid? Why do you guys always accuse me of getting paid? I wish I got paid. I wish I got paid. Why?
To be an influencer.
Okay, I don't
So go
like
get a real job.
I don't
Get a real
like being an
job, my friend.
influencer.
What do you mean you don't like
It's
being an
been
influencer?
toxic.
He runs around Muslims,
Yeah.
running after their tail.
I don't like getting paid. Why are you accusing me of getting paid for?
Go get yourself
I
a
wish
real
I got
job, my
paid.
friend.
I wish I
Because you
got
are not
paid.
intellectually capable of being able to debate a Muslim.
Okay, so why are you the one that ran away from me? Because I could pose you questions about
No,
your
don't
Allah
come
you
to
wouldn't
me.
be able to
Don't come
answer.
Really?
Yes.
What do you know about Allah?
Okay, so you say that Allah's attributes are not Him and not other than Him. That there's a real distinction between Allah and His attributes.
I said that. When did I say that?
Do you affirm that?
No, when did I say
Well,
that?
what?
No, wait. You made an assertion that
Yeah,
I believe.
I'm saying that that's what your
No.
scholars say.
Huh?
I'm saying that's what your scholars
Okay, so
say.
now you're qualifying it. Before it was I said it. I
No,
believe. Now you're saying that my
Sunni
scholars say
scholars. Well, do you affirm divine
And what?
supremacy?
And what?
Do you affirm
Wait,
divine
wait.
supremacy?
Am I a Sunni or a Shi'i?
Well, are you the 100?
Am I an Ahmadi?
Are you an Ahmadi?
I'm a Mu'tazili?
Are you a Muqtadi? Are you an Alawite?
You tell me. You seem to have some
Okay,
type of.
how about this?
Some type of spiritual.
How about this? How about this?
I'm looking
How
for the
about
dove.
this?
Has a dove come
How
down and
about
told
this?
you what I believe?
How about this?
No, mate.
So do you believe that?
No. Don't worry about jihad, mate.
So, how about this? You tell me your position. How about this? You tell me your position. Are you Sunni Shia? Tell
There
me
you
your
go.
Al-Qaeda you hold
Shouldn't
to.
he have asked that question in the first place?
Okay, you're the one
rather
who came
than,
up to me.
I have been told by the Holy Spirit that you're this and
So,
you're that. and
it
you're this
seems
and
like you're
Catholics are not heretics.
Do you believe Ahmadiyya are
No, it's the Catholics are not heretics.
How about this? You talk to
He said
me.
the Catholics are not heretics.
Yes, they are.
No, he said they're heretics.
Yes.
He said they're not
Okay,
heretics.
how about this?
He said not heretics.
Instead of heckling the cameraman, how old are you?
He's 16.
Yes.
years old.
Listen, educate your 16-year-old. What's wrong with you, Christians?
Wait.
Educate them.
Hold on.
Educate your boys. Educate your boys.
No, he's even asking. You said the Catholics are heretics. He said they're heretics. I'm confused. I'm confused. Sorry, are you a Catholic?
Fred,
Are you a
let me
Catholic?
explain. So they're heterodox. So they're heterodox. They are heterodox.
Fred, are you Catholic?
No, do you understand the word assume?
Oh wait, so I'm not allowed to assume.
So no.
I'm not allowed to assume. Am I not allowed to
But
assume?
you never said assume. You said
I said
you
I
believe.
assumed.
You said you believe, mate.
Yeah, that Sunnis
Did you not say
believe
that?
that Sunnis believe
And am I a
that.
Shi'i or a Sunni?
Okay, so
am I a Sunni or a Shi'i?
Okay,
Is
wait.
he right or is he wrong?
Fred.
Is he right or is he wrong?
Fred.
Wait, no. When he said the Catholics are heretics, is he right or is he wrong? When he said the Catholics are heretics, is he right or is he wrong?
Fred, come to me then. I'll have a discussion with about what Catholics are.
Fred.
So, how about this? You don't be a jahil. You don't be scared. You don't. So, how about this? You don't be scared. You don't be scared.
He said that Catholics are heretics.
So how about this?
16-year-old that you lot can't sign off against.
Okay, so let's have a time discussion. Let's have a time discussion.
No, thank you. No, thank you. You need us. I told you. You need us.
Okay, then you're the one who's up to Fred.
You're the one that came to
So
us.
let's have a time
You're
discussion.
Wait,
So
wait,
let's have a
wait,
time
wait.
discussion.
I asked him a question. I
So
said to him,
let's
I
have a
asked him
time
question.
discussion.
A Catholic
Let's
heretic.
have a time
He said no.
discussion.
I asked him why
Let's
they're
have a
heretic.
time
He said yes.
discussion.
He's a Catholic.
Let's have a time discussion.
Why are you doing
Let's
heretic?
have-
Listen, you need to be giving
What
down
did
to
you
him.
How about this?
Give down to
We'll
him.
have a
Give
time
down to him.
discussion.
No,
We have a time discussion.
Work out
We will
who's
have.
heretic or not. Work out who's a heretic.
Exactly. Work out between yourselves.
work
who's
out who's a
restful,
heretic.
and
Okay.
then come back to us.
Okay, how about this? We have a time discussion about how your Allah cannot be God.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
so beautiful.
Have a good day. Have a good day.
So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, he asked the question: are Catholics heretics? Now,
I think he's trying to talk about Roman Catholics.
yeah, so Roman Catholics, we affirm they're heterodox. That most Catholics that attend Mass who do not double down on their heresy considered by our church would not be in fact heretics. Rather, if they were to double down, they would be heterodox. Now, they hold to a similar Christological view, so they would be our brothers in Christ, and they would be a Christian with a broader understanding of what Christians are. But let's look at the disparity between Eastern Orthodox and Roman Catholics compared to Shia Islam and Sunni Islam. There is a massive disparity in terms of their understanding of Allah, and I would be more intrigued.
What's the massive?
They affirm DS, so they affirm that God is divinely simple and not composite. That, for example, their attributes. You're a Shia. And I actually believe your metaphysics are more competent than the Sunnis. I would actually say that your understanding of Allah is way more competent than the Sunnis, because you affirm divine simplicity, that the attributes are identical to the whole, instead of the attributes being real.
Being a Lego set.
Yeah.